Declan's story.
Lifted Declan's story about Tuscany, but also kind of turns it into a fan fiction where she like hops on the back of a Vespa with some guy named Matteo. And
it's actually not a bad story.
And Queen Kwan is like, that's great. And then Allie's like, I had no idea. And it's like, all right, Claire, sure. And she got an A, I'm assuming. And then we are back at the dot, and Fritz and the Phantoms are playing. And this chick with the feathers comes by. And is like, I think she talks to Victoria and is like, okay, cool, we're here. I don't know.
And then Victoria and Peter are like flirty and arms around each other and shit.
And like have the slowest kiss lead up. And then I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It's too long, too much.
It was too much. I hated it.
But it's like, all right. And I think he's like, oh yeah, I broke up with my girlfriend. So, hey. And she's like, oh, really? And then that's when they kiss.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
This band is also not good.
No. But then we're waiting in line?
Yeah, we're waiting in line with Allie and Claire, and Claire's like, I need to get more life experience. And then Declan jumps the line because of course he does.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, hey, prop master friend, whatever. And then...
And she's like, I listened to that indie band. They're really good. And
then, like,
Allie's like, who? And she's like, oh, this indie band from Italy. And she's like, oh, yeah, when you were on your moped. And Declan's like, I thought you said you'd never been. And then it's like, oh, Claire's busted. She, like, stole his story.
Yeah, Allie straight up, like, blows up her spot.
Yeah.
And then Claire storms off because she's embarrassed and sad.
But then we're in the club and the band is playing. And
they're not good.
Coconut Head is straight up just like voguing on stage.
Yep.
And I'm like, they're not good, but they're way better than fucking the Studs or Janie and the Studs. So
that's true.
Like kind of into it, just because they're different.
Thank God.
And
I miss shared custody though.
I do.
I stand by that.
And then
Peter goes up to Spinner and Jane, and Spinner's like, he says something about him having a hickey, and I was like, ew, hickeys are so high school.
Yeah. Oh, but before that, I think they're like getting people's covers, and Spinner says, I love the stink of cover charge.
Which is a gross sentence.
Like, all right. And they're like, wait, what's on your neck? And he's like, oh, I don't know, but I just totally made out with Victoria. It was stupid.
It was really dumb.
And they're like, what? The fucking meth girl? What are you doing? He's like, she's clean now. It's fine. Buh.
We've all heard that before,
And they're like, we don't want you to get into anything bad. And he's like, it's fine.
And then Jane's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then we hear obvious drug use happening.
Yeah, and like Victoria walks out and Jane is like, all right.
And Victoria does the thing that I feel like it's a thing that I also do when I feel very uncomfortable, which is say nothing except for a weird compliment and then run away. I like your top. Bye.
And then Jane comes out and is like, Peter, this just happened. And Peter's like, no, that's impossible. And she's like, I just saw it. And he's like, you're wrong. I don't believe you.
And he's like, that's like ancient history. And she's like, history often repeats itself.
Yeah.
Which is
not
solid.
wrong. Yeah.
You are incorrect. You are very correct.
Yep. But then it's the next day.
But Peter does eventually believe her. He's like, are you sure? And he's sad now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very sad. And then then it's the next day.
And Allie, like, chases down Claire.
Are they, like, in front of the school or something? I don't know. Allie chases her down, and I just wrote down she's being a good friend. She's like, you didn't have to make that stuff up. It's fine.
And then, and then Claire, who's, like, getting cooler as time goes on, is like, can we go to the mall for lunch?
Right.
Because I don't want to sit and watch Casey and Jenna.
Yeah.
Which is valid. And then they go to the mall.
Which is very nice.
Very nice.
Allie's like, of course we can. It's like, they're just such good friends.
They
and
are.
I love them.
And then Victoria's meeting Peter with her crazy ass sunglasses.
And he like tries tricking her. He's like, oh, so do you know a hookup? I don't know. I'm like,
it's like I know you're clean now, but I guess you're stronger than me.
Yeah.
It's like a total obvious sting operation. Like,
and she's like,
Peter's
well,
being
I'm not that strong. And then she like pulls something out and she's like, if you want more, like, you know where to find me or something like that. And he's like, oh, and where will that be? Rehab or jail?
It's so dramatic. It's so fucking
and he's
dramatic.
Like, what? She's like, what? Were you tricking me? Was this a test? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, we're over. Can't have this in my club. Blah, bye.
Can't have this in my life.
Yeah. And like he busts her and like stay strong, I guess.
And like,
sure.
And like Spinner and Jane are watching. They're like, proud of you, buddy.
Yeah.
Side note, Peter's looking real good.
I know. Allegra and I almost said Holland. Allegra and I were talking about it. I was like, God damn it. He is still so attractive. Hey, I feel like he looks better.
He looks a lot better.
He looks like he's filled out his polos a little bit more.
Yeah, he's looking more like
he's got more of a jaw.
an adult. He looks good.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't look like baby Eminem anymore.
There is a reason why baby Holland had a crush on Peter.
Exactly.
Even though he was so problematic.
Girl, same. And now we're in the bathroom with Claire and Allie, and Claire bought a lacy bra just for her.
Yeah. And then while she's changing into her bra, Allie starts like reading basically her diary, and it's about Casey. And she's like, Claire, like, you have to write about this. Like, you have to turn this into Quan. And Claire's like, no, I can't. It's not finished yet. And Allie's like, what? And she's like, it doesn't say the part where the girl gets the guy back. And I was like, what? No. Why do you want Casey back? He's
don't
the worst.
do that. He's terrible. He's terrible.
And Allie's like, oh. And then they're all excited and run out. And I'm like, no, this is a bad idea. What are you doing?
Bad plan. Don't try to get Casey back. Casey's garbage.
Oh, it's so bad.
Just let Jenna have him.
And then Peter is like unloading amps and shit out of his van.
And then they, like, Jane and them surprise him with a new, like, sign for the drum kit. And it says featuring Peter Stone.
Yeah.
So,
and it's like, and you're back in the band. We thought we could just do duets. And it was like, all right. So now is the band just called Janie and the Studs featuring Peter Stone? That's a very long name.
It's a very long name, but for some reason I like it better than Janie and the Studs.
I guess so, yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then they play a version of Hey California that has Jane's voice in it in the background.
And it's like, yeah, and now it's been stuck in our heads all day.
Oh my God, we've just been literally walking down the street going, hey Kelly, hey Florida, hey, hey.
And I was like, God damn it.
It will not stop. It's so goddamn catchy.
Yeah, my last note is ugh, and they're playing that dumb California song.
Yeah. I wrote, ew, the Hey California song is back.
And then, the episode's over.
Oh my God.
But we have a YouTube comment.
This is from Oliver Quinn 2 months ago, and it just says, where the fuck are that Vicky girl's eyebrows? LMAO.
Yeah, bad. It's bad. Everyone has no eyebrows right now.
It's a dark time for eyebrows.
All right, but Spirit Squad captain. I guess Peter, sure, whatever.
Yeah, why not? We'll go with
started
Peter.
a business and resisted drugs again and dumped a toxic person in his life.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, Peter, why not?
Ship.
I don't ship anybody. Spinner and Jane?
Jane, sure, whatever,
Yeah.
maybe.
All right.
Holly,
Jane, Declan?
friendship Claire and Allie.
Oh, definitely friendship Claire and Allie.
Moral. Don't let toxic people drag you down.
Prevalent.
I think that works for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Grapevine. I know we have an email. So this is from Allison, and I'm just going to read it. And it says, Hi, Queens. So I've been following you guys since the beginning. Last year, I was commuting an hour and a half by bus to a boring office job in NYC and needed some podcasts to get me through. Tee-hee, see what I did there? I was happy to have found yours. Since then, I've been listening to you on my commute no matter where I go. I now work in a restaurant job as a server, and it's a half hour away. Kelsey, I directly relate to your love for Kevin Smith and being from New Jersey. From the shore here. Holland.
Yeah.
I love that you're always singing and love the fact you're a copy editor. I'm a copywriter myself. Woohoo. I also really love the guests you guys bring on. After Cody's first up, I read her novel Run and the Duff. YA novels are my guilty pleasures, and even though I turn 23 next week. Sean Quigley is a delight as well. I truly enjoyed Allegra's commentary in her slightly altered state. Yeah, when she listened to that episode, she was like, I don't remember saying any of this. So that was fun. My Degrassi history is as follows. I have an older sister who watched Degrassi, but I didn't start watching it live on my own until about season 6 or 7. When we got Netflix shipped to our house, I put all the DVDs on my dad's queue and got in trouble for it. But I got to catch up. I started watching it on the NNT Nick live until about halfway through season 10. From there, I've caught up with YouTube eps. I have a lot of opinions. And then Spinner came out of fucking nowhere. I remember how angry I was when that happened. Ellie and Craig forever, because obviously. I actually really hate Eli and Claire. Maybe it's because I'm older, but they are fucking dramatic as hell. You'll see. I always related to Allie and Manny. I think if I wanted to be any character, it would be Manny, but I'm actually more like Allie in real life. Fun fact, my friend just wrapped up shooting a movie, and he asked Chloe Rose, Katie Matlin, and Jordy Tadosi, Adam Torres, both in later seasons, to be in his movie. But Chloe had an agent who wanted a lot of money, and Jordy just got back to him a few days ago. He reached out to her like 6 months ago. When he told me he reached out to them, I fangirled pretty hard. Some questions for you guys. What is your favorite Degrassi one-liner or funny line? Example, mine is, I got my period, no big deal. I don't know.
So when in doubt, kiss Craig?
Yes, love it.
Or dude, this is ecstasy?
That's a good one too.
But I think when in doubt, kiss Craig.
When in doubt, kiss Craig. Yeah, sure. Yeah, good. Or don't be all up in my fries, dog.
Oh my God, so good. Drake will never be better than that line.
Exactly. Which characters are you excited to see develop more in later eps? I'm excited to see Claire's journey because apparently she gets really dramatic.
Yeah. I'm excited just to see how Allie...
Yeah. Claire and Allie.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
We love them.
Yeah. Totally unrelated. I know Holland mentioned a cat cafe a while ago. I volunteer at Catsbury Park, a cat cafe in Ashbury Park, New Jersey. It just opened in
Asbury.
Asbury. Oh, whoops. Asbury Park. My bad.
Sorry.
It just opened in September and is the best place. If you could plug it, the cats and I would be forever grateful. Go to Catsbury Park. Cat cafes are great.
That's adorable. I might actually go there. My mom's moving down the shore soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, I figure it's time I finally write something outside of 140 characters. No, my name is not Louise Belcher in real life. I just really love Bob's Burgers. So now we know you're Louise Belcher. Thanks for giving us Degrassi twice a week. Your Panthers surely appreciate it, Allison.
Thank you. That was such a nice email. You guys, we love it when you email us.
Yay! And that's all the Grapevine that we have. So if you would like to be featured on the Grapevine in the future, you can email us at whateverittakespodcast@gmail.com. We're on Twitter at DegrassiPod. We're on Instagram at DegrassiPod. And we're on Tumblr, whateverittakespodcast.tumblr.com. You can listen to us pretty much anywhere, but if you're on Apple Podcasts, if you could rate, review, and subscribe, that would be great. And if you leave us a review, we will give you your own Degrassi fan fiction made up for you on the show. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Hollandtacular.
And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at KelSucks with a Z at the end. And Holland, what do you want to recommend to the humans?
I just watched the newest episode of... Actually, no. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend is back. Watch it. It's great.
Is it really?
Yep.
Oh my God. Is it?
The new it's CW. The new episode came out on Friday.
I'm going to have to do all the CW watching, apparently.
Yes. What about you?
I'm going to recommend this show that's new and on Hulu. I think it's a Hulu original. Unclear. I don't remember. It's called Ghosted.
I knew you were going to say that for some reason. I know. I need to watch it.
It's really fun. It's Craig Robinson and Adam Scott, and it's just a goddamn delight. It's a really good time. Plus, it's almost Halloween time, so let's recommend spooky shit. It's not spooky at all, but it is really fun.
Cool. Anyway, that's all that we got for you guys today. Thank you for listening. And thank you, as always, to Jay for our wonderful theme song. And goodbye, Panthers.
Bye, Panthers.